wasn't a new timbre for us.
I know.
That was like
I
a
was
new
playing with some
little
tones there.
thing.
You were playing with some tones. It was a good time for the both of us.
Honestly, yeah. It was a nice little refresher.
It was delightful. I loved it.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to the Mystery Files, live in living color and sound.
Yes, we're back for episode 5 because episode 4 took 2 weeks to do.
Yeah, she was a little happy accident.
She was a long one, but people seem to like it.
She was a fun one.
Yeah, she was fun.
I enjoyed her.
Did y'all enjoy it? I really like listening to
I enjoyed the
stories of all
nightmares
the
it brought me.
haunted places.
Of the haunted places and spaces.
I remember I was like texting you about what to call the episode, and I said, let's call it Haunted Houses, and you were like, they're not all haunted houses.
Well,
Logan.
I think that's what my initial title of the case was. Like, when I first introduced it, I think it was Haunted Houses, and I went through, I was like, wait.
You said, wait a second.
I said, there's some hotels in here, there's some other stuff that's not a house.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was not a Haunted Mansion episode. Like, we didn't talk about the Haunted Mansion the entire time, but you know.
Should've. That's okay. Next time for sure.
That'd be kind of good.
We just tell the entire plot of the Haunted Mansion.
Honestly,
I go first.
yes.
Eddie Murphy.
Honestly, stop. Why don't we do, like, horror movie viewing parties?
That could be fun. We could do, like, a Twitch stream. We could be Twitchers.
Stop. Guys, would you rather we were Twitch streamers?
They go, please,
Can you
God.
imagine?
No, please.
You and me playing some Fortnite?
I'm not gonna lie, I did not understand what Twitch is. And I don't know if it's, I'm just
What?
not a part of today's times. How do you Twitch? What is a Twitch? Teach me after the show, because I gotta know. I need to understand.
I can try. I didn't even, like, Twitch stream. I think there was some website in 2014 that I used to use that was like, it was like live stream something. It was like basically like live streaming on Twitch before Twitch was a thing. I don't know what it's called though.
So is Twitch not for movies? It's just for gaming, or
oh no, people can use it for like movies and stuff. I mean, as long as they're reacting to it, because I know like they'll take down stuff if you're like trying to like pirate like a movie or something like that. But I think reacting is in the fair use.
Okay.
Maybe.
The only Twitch thing I've ever watched is the Let's Not Meet guy. He has a Twitch. And so I think I watched one of his lives. And then he was playing video games and I said, love you so much, but video games are
Maybe
not.
we can do like Twitch streams at some point or something like that. That'd be cool. Like
We
for
should.
like a Halloween episode or something.
That would be cute.
That'd be really
like,
cool.
Hey,
also, I know it's March, but everyone, if you haven't listened to the Mystery Files Halloween special, please do.
She was a fun one.
She was so fun.
I loved her.
We gotta come up with some more specials soon.
Yes, we have some fun ideas for the summer, guys.
Yes.
We're already planning summer ideas.
Summer Tape Season 2 is coming.
Yes, we know how much you guys love Summer Tapes. She's gonna be amazing this summer.
Are we gonna go missing again? Maybe.
We might, just for fun.
Just for fun. We'll the mysteries y'all have to find us.
But only in the marketing.
But only in the marketing. We do episodes in different locations. It's like a Where's Waldo episode.
Like, where are you guys at?
Like imagine we're like in like a Where's Waldo book.
Yes.
And like we're on like a Venice beach and we're just like having like a little table with our little microphone set up.
Aww.
And there's just like a bunch of scuba divers around.
Can we please just make a Mystery Files Where's Waldo book? And we have cartoon versions of ourselves hiding among the other people?
Can we just do a Mystery Files episode that's just us covering Where's Waldo?
Yes.
Well,
we just go through like 20 of the books and we're like, where is he in this one? Is it the guy in the yellow and white stripes?
That's like...
or...
That's like season 64 of the Mystery Files. It's like, that's the episodes we're at now.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny.
We're like 95 and we're like, welcome back to the Mystery Files.
That'd be so funny.
Oh
I kind of here for it.
We're gonna be exactly the same though, because we're already old.
Yeah. I mean, you're kind of old.
I'm just already elderly. I'm already there.
I'm older than you, but you have grandma energy.
I do. I feel the grandma energy. I think I told you, I don't know if I told them how Benjamin said my voice was like withered.
Yes.
I don't know if I told you guys that. It was all in a loving way, except we were talking about like doing a voiceover as me as a child actress, because it's hard to get child actors anyway. But he said my voice was withered. He's not wrong.
Honestly, it makes sense that you're doing this podcast as like a withered like old lady, like you're telling stories to like our viewers. They're like, oh.
Hi.
What if we have like a fan and they don't do like the YouTube video or something, like they don't know what you look like and they come up to you and they're like, I thought you were 65.
I literally thought you were 65. I think I have energy of like a 12-year-old girl, but like also an 85-year-old woman.
It's like we get both. Like, I thought you were 12. I thought he was doing that with like his little sister or something.
And he's like, oh no. Also, for a second, when I said something about children, I was like, oh, we can't call our like viewers children because it's kind of like a culty feel. Like,
do you guys want to be in a cult? Let us know.
Do you want to be our children? How scary does that sound? That literally
sounds a little terrifying.
Sounds like I'm inviting you to join a cult. Like, I'm not into it.
If you want to join the Mystery Files cult, follow us at the Mystery Files _ on Instagram.
No!
We make lots of fun posts.
We don't play with cults in this household. We do, but like at a distance.
We always play with cults. If there's one thing that's always true about the Mystery Files, it's cults and mafia.
Yes. You see, I like the idea of a cult, but I'm scared. They are so mean. Unless I'm the leader, it's different then. But like, it's still scary. Well, because I know I'm good at boundaries, guys. So I think I'd be a great leader.
No, yeah, you'd be great at it.
I'm scared. So what's the case?
Yes, I have a very exciting one. We're going to be tiptoeing the line between true crime and supernatural, and this is a case I have been wanting to do for a while. Well, not necessarily this case in general, but this like genre of a case.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
We're definitely like I'm just like throwing out clues just for fun, but it definitely tiptoes a lot of what we've been doing this season, where it's a lot more conceptual things or like more, you know, just like cryptic,
like up to interpretation.
Yes. However, these are true events. So, would you like to give me a little drum roll, please?
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes. Ooh. This week on the Mystery Files, we will be covering the Beast of Gévaudan.
I have no idea what that means, but I'm so excited.
Werewolves episode, baby.
Yay!
Werewolves.
How cute is that?
Basically werewolves. People think it's werewolves.
Werewolves,
maybe.
But not Victoria Justice. Got it.
No. Do you want to hear something so funny?
What?
Listen, that reference was like should have been so niche, but when I was doing research for this like episode, I kept getting sponsored ads for the movie with Victoria Justice.
The Boy You Cried Werewolf.
Yes.
Isn't that what it was or something?
Yes.
Or
I kept getting ads for it.
That's amazing.
Like while I was looking up.
We gotta watch it. It's like bad, but I'll watch it, you know?
Yeah.
I'll watch it a million times. I really could care less.
That's the Twitch streaming party after the show.
Stop it. Welcome,
that would actually be kind of beautiful.
Enjoy it.
No, I was like looking through like 30 cases of werewolves. And this is the one that piqued my interest the most.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
So I was just like, very, very excited to get into it.
I'm excited. Werewolves are interesting.
All right. So let's get into it. So let's get into the history of the Beast of Gévaudan. That's also the thing I was making sure I knew how to pronounce before the show when I was like, cover your ears.
I was like, okay.
I feel, I'm sidetracking here.
That's okay.
But I feel like I keep doing French cases on the show. This is like my 3rd or 4th French case in the last 2 seasons, I'm pretty sure.
You just got a good taste.
And yeah, but the thing is I butcher the French language every time.
Well, it's because you took Spanish in high school. We had this argument earlier.
You're right. I should be doing more like Spanish supernatural cases or something tied to that. I probably could do it a lot better.
I do think that you're doing French cases though. I really enjoy it.
No, it's super fun.
But I'm just excited to hear about the little werewolf.
Yes. All right. So, the Beast of Gévaudan committed its first recorded attack in the early summer of 1764. A young woman named Marie Jane Valette, who was tending to cattle in the forest near the town of Logan in the eastern part of Gévaudan, saw a beast that was like a wolf, yet not a wolf, come at her.
Ew.
So just like right off the bat,
so
like
dog, but not a dog.
Yeah, so it's like you're describing something to someone. You're just like, yeah. So it was like a monster, but like not a monster. Like it's just like how are you supposed to interpret that?
I feel like for the longest time I didn't know wolves and dogs were different, and that's probably really embarrassing. But like, there's some big dogs out there, you know.
Yeah. However, the bulls in the herd, which is so weird to me that there was just like bulls chilling here.
They're just vibing with the wolves.
They were just there. But they basically charged at the beast, keeping it at bay after it like attacked this woman. So these bulls were looking out for her. They said like, you better. That's my mama. You better get back.
She tends to me.
She tends to me. Yes. Oh my gosh. So yeah, then they drove it off after it attacked a second time.
Oh my gosh, for real?
So this beast is not learning its lesson. It said, I'm like a big bad werewolf. I do not care. I'm going to keep attacking.
Not only to do it once.
Yes. So shortly afterward, the first official victim of the beast was recorded, which was a 14-year-old named Jane Boulay, and she was killed near the village of Les Hubaks near Lagrange. I think I said the names of the city wrong twice, but
that's okay.
It's the Lagrange one. But yeah, so this was the first known victim to this beast. It first started targeting a lot of women and children. So they thought it had like some significance as to why, like maybe that would be.
Like they have a certain scent or like.
Yeah, something along those lines. And it might have been more of like, I don't know, just like they were thinking they just like they were just trying, like that was the prey they wanted to go after. However, later on, as we'll get into this case more, the werewolves or the Beasts of Gévaudan didn't actually have like a true pattern because they started attacking men as well. So like this
so they're just throwing out some ideas.
Exactly.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So throughout the remainder of 1764, more attacks were reported across the region. Very soon, terror gripped the population because the beast was repeatedly preying on men, women, and children as they tended to livestock in the forest around Gévaudan. And reports note that the beast seemed to only target the victim's head or neck regions.
Ooh. So, that literally sounds like a wild animal, though, because that's what like animals in the wild do. They go for the neck because like you get the neck, it's gone.
Isn't that like why they do it though? Because like
it's like a very vulnerable spot.
Yeah. This might be really bad, but it's kind of like how in this is the only reason I know this, but it's kind of how in
I'm nervous. I'm really scared as to what reference you're gonna come out with here.
In Fantastic Mr. Fox, when they're killing all the chickens, and like the fox comes up to the chicken and like bite the neck, and the chicken goes, "Oh." That thing. That's the only reason I know. That's like how animals prey.
That's so sad.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know.
That's a stupid wolf.
Yeah.
Werewolf.
Yeah. This wolf's got like I don't know though.
It's ready to fight some people. My
gosh.
It
is. It really is.
Therapy. Calm down.
Yeah. So, by late December of 1764, rumors had begun circulating that there might be a pair of animals behind the killings instead of just one. This was because there had been such a high number of attacks in such a short space of time, and because of many of the attacks appeared to have occurred or were reported nearly simultaneously. So there was multiple attacks that happened in the same time region at different places.
Oh, that's weird.
So basically, like, they're starting to think instead of it just being one like big bad wolf, it might be two big bad wolves.
A lot of a big bad pack.
Yes. So some contemporary accounts suggest the creature was seen with another such animal, while others report that the beast was accompanied by its young. So people either think the Beast of Gévaudan had a girlfriend or a boyfriend. We don't judge. Or it was like a mother with all her little babies. Yeah, basically.
That's wholesome. Or I don't know how
as wholesome as like a werewolf could possibly be.
I don't know how werewolves work, but like, what if all the people that it killed just became the little baby werewolves?
I mean,
like, I don't remember how werewolves work, but like, what if?
I'm pretty sure for the most part, like none of the bodies went missing from the attacks. I'm pretty sure all of them like stayed like in the spots like after it was attacking them. So like unfortunately I don't know if they would turn into werewolves. However, I will encourage that theory because like maybe, you know, after like they were buried, like they turned into little werewolves and came back up, you know, you never know.
Reincarnation, or if like
can you
since
imagine?
The little mama werewolf ate the little people, then it has their souls and they can just reincarnate the souls with the baby wolves.
Could you imagine like being reincarnated and then you're like a werewolf? I don't know if that would either suck or be really cool.
It could be like just a scary dog, fancy dog.
Scary dog? What if like you were a werewolf and you died, right?
Yeah.
And you got reincarnated and you thought you were a werewolf again, and then boom, you were just like a little like teacup poodle.
You're like, for real? You still have that energy. You're like, I'm gonna kill you, my God.
No, you know what?
What?
Chihuahuas are probably...
That makes so much sense.
Listen, anyone out here who has a Chihuahua, I'm not coming for your dog, but your dogs are demons. They're so scary.
I've only ever met one
and they got
dog
the little
that
teeth.
scare me. I didn't.
Why should you do that with your mouth?
I was doing a Chihuahua impression.
Do your Chihuahua impression.
I'll do it to the camera.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Give it a little ASMR moment into the mic. It did not sound at all like a Chihuahua.
What do they do? Wait, I can do it better. Let me just warm up. Okay. Trying to think. Can I get to my inner Chihuahua? Can you do some like nice
Get it in there.
Emotional
Get
recall?
into it.
Okay.
Emotional recall. Stop it.
Yes.
You sound like the girl from The Ring. You didn't sound like a dog, a werewolf, or anything. You just sound like
a
a dog.
What am I supposed to draw experience from? If anything, I'm a cat.
You've never thought about being a dog before?
Not properly, apparently. I don't know how to be a dog.
We
That's
start giving
so
acting
sad.
classes on how to be like supernatural creatures. I'm like, that didn't sound enough like a werewolf to
That
me.
didn't sound proper to me.
Honestly, though, you can probably think about what it's like to be a dog, though. You know,
To be a dog.
to be a dog. Honestly, I would know because I'm obsessed with the Air Buddies movies, which I don't think I've ever talked about on the podcast before.
You might have, but I'm ready to hear it.
I'm obsessed with the Air Buddies movies.
He's literally obsessed.
I am so in love with all of them.
Are they on HBO? I thought they were. They were on something that we had.
They were supposed to be on Disney Plus too and HBO. I'm
I
pretty
haven't seen
sure.
one either.
I literally, guys, the Air Buddies are literally the best.
Amazing.
I've watched every movie. I've seen all the spin-offs. I know the canon, the lore. I have it all.
Oh my gosh.
Let me know down below they can
You can
comment
just
on the
cover the
podcast.
Spooky Buddies one.
Stop. Spooky Buddies isn't the best one though.
Yeah, but
it's
what other
pretty
scary
good,
ones
though.
do they have? Quote scary.
Quote scary.
Or mysterious ones. Well,
Snow Buddies is kind of
don't they
terrifying
have
if you
Treasure
really
Buddies?
think about
Treasure
it.
Buddies.
Treasure
That's
Buddies.
a mysterious element.
Treasure Buddies was one of the last ones they did, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Before the Disney, if you're listening, bring back the Air Buddies universe. Please reboot it. Also,
Please.
give me a free t-shirt, please, because I can't buy an Air Buddies t-shirt anywhere.
Disrespect.
Please.
Have you searched Depop?
No, they don't have anything because they don't have a licensing deal with it. So everything that has to do with Air Buddies, they won't do because it's Disney too.
That's
so
sad.
Custom Ink don't want to get in trouble for me plastering on an Air Buddies thing onto a thing.
I'll make you one.
You'll make me an Air Buddy shirt.
I can make shirts. I can do it.
Honestly?
I'll do it. I'll figure it out.
Will you make me an Air Buddy shirt? Are you kidding me
I'll
right
make
now?
an Everybody shirt. I can do that.
Oh my god.
I'll do it.
I'm so
I got
excited.
that printing thing. My mom does, but I can make it there.
Oh my gosh.
I can make it there. I'm gonna
Oh my
make it for
gosh.
you so you don't get copyrighted.
Honestly,
Disney follows you on the street and they go, get that shirt off your body, you copywriter boy.
right now.
Right now.
I go to Disney World and they go, "Where'd you get that shirt?" And I'm
You go,
like,
outside source. Weird.
I'm like, no, I've never.
It's actually a
I
werewolf
got it
shirt.
from your store, guys.
It's the Air Werewolf shirt.
It's the Beast of
spin-off.
Gévaudan.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Honestly, what if all these little werewolves were just like golden retrievers, like the Air Buddies?
That's really cute.
That'd be kind of cute. Like, how could you be mad at them at that point?
How could you be mad?
Honestly,
I love them all. They all
Well,
have
listen.
personalities.
Air Buddies has like the best ensemble of characters. You got B-Dog. You
Mhm.
got Butterball, which is the
Butterball.
funnest one. The funnest? Is that a word?
Most fun.
The most fun name to say. Butterball.
Butterball.
Then you got Mudbud. Then you got
Yeah.
Rosebud, who is a feminist icon. And then you got Buddha.
Buddha, Buddha.
We love Buddha.
You do love Buddha.
Listen, Buddha's a gay icon. I'll say it. I'll say it.
I'll say it with you.
I love Buddha.
Aw,
But my favorite's B-Dog, because I think I'm the most like him.
wow.
He's just got a lot going on.
Surprised
and
you're
I
not a
get it.
Mudbud stand. That's like your whole.
No, I like.
Whole
What do
vibe.
you mean?
I
Are you
don't
calling me
know.
dirty right now on the podcast? Are you kidding
I
me
might
right now?
just be calling you a stinky boy, but that's just me.
Well, speaking of stinky boys, let's get back into these werewolves.
The stinky werewolf.
All right. So on January 12th, 1765, Jacques Portefax and 7 friends were attacked by the beast. After
Ooh.
several attacks, they drove it away by staying grouped together, which is such like a fun little like story to have with your friends.
Aw,
Like,
remember that
we're a
time?
group, we can stay together. Yeah, can you imagine like being in a pub 20 years after that? Like,
Oh
oh
my
yeah, I remember when we took on those werewolves
Sounds
together.
like some old guys just like, remember that time in
Yeah.
86?
I wonder if their kids were like, okay, like,
I'm
come
like,
on.
sure, we get it, Grandpa.
Like, I'm sure you and your friends helped to get rid of some werewolves who were attacking
Yeah.
the village,
I'm
whatever.
sure when they're vampires too, Grandpa. Get over yourself.
Do you think there was like scene kids, but make it the 1700s?
I hope so.
I really hope so. I want to meet one.
Wait a second. What if, do you know how, like, the 1700s were, like, a hot time for, like, werewolves and, like, vampires and, like, a bunch of, like, witches, like, scary stuff like that? Like, what if that stuff only existed then? And that's why we can't relate to some of it. Cause, like, obviously there's, like, witchcraft stuff today that's a little, like, different. But, like, what if it only existed then? And that's why we're like, oh, it's just folklore, ha ha ha. But it's real. It was real.
It was real. People.
So little werewolf boys are
just real.
The 1700s boys creation.
Honestly?
I love it.
Yeah. That it's possible. All right, so the encounter eventually came to the attention of Louis XV, who awarded 300 liveries, which are, I guess, like a gold coin from the Kingdom of France, to Porphyrox, and another 350 coins to be shared amongst his companions. The king also rewarded Porphyrox with an education at the state's expense. He then decreed that the French state would help find and kill the beast.
Ooh.
So this guy just got like a lot of attention from like the French royalty because they weren't stepping in and helping these people until, you know, from what I did on my research, basically the French royals didn't want to help until it like benefited their brand.
It sounds like a lot of like government type things.
Yeah, like it's very like political of almost like, oh well like this will help us in the long run, so we're gonna help you.
Then I'll do this for you.
Which is also probably why like he rewarded him and his friends and was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna take you to college, you can do this. And I think from one of the cases we did before that was in like France that I did,
this reminds me of that mask one.
The Iron Mask. Yeah,
I was just gonna say.
I think I forget which one it was, but when you go when you go to university in like France, especially in like the 1700s, that was like a big deal because like not a lot of people could afford it, and a lot of there was like poor village people and stuff, so like affording a education at a French institution was just not possible.
Yeah.
So it was like a big deal that like Louis XV was like, oh my gosh, I'll pay for your school.
Like,
imagine he like went to school and he like studied something like business.
Ew. He said, I'll pay for you to start business.
Can you imagine? He starts like, he goes on Shark Tank. Like, hello sharks, I've started a group ensemble package to help you protect yourself against werewolves. Stop.
They go, please leave this show.
I'm asking for 90% stake in my business.
90% stake?
For $20 million.
They go, how about 30% stake and we get the rest? That's what they do. They pull some sketchy stuff. They go, no, this is a great idea, but we're not giving you anything.
What if it was Shark Tank, but it was in front of the rich monarchs?
They're all like in their fancy like getup.
Yes.
And we're in like present day clothes.
Absolutely.
We're like, hey, so we want to like fight some of these werewolves, and they're like, what are you talking about?
Absolutely. Oh my god. All right.
Time travel. Let's go
Time
back.
travel. Honestly, I want us to have someone from the past on the show. You know, like I wish time travel was real. Like, why isn't Louis XV?
It is real.
Why is it? Okay, well, real to us. Like it's like I can feasibly do it right now.
It is so real to me.
I meant like
Logan.
real right now. I know we did a whole case on it this season.
I'll literally make it real.
Everyone's probably like, "Wow, Logan's character development this season's not it."
It's not it, Chief. I will find a way to make time travel real by the end of this season.
If you can do it, bring no. We don't want to talk to the most from the past.
Choose one.
Can you bring back? Like, okay, like I know she. Okay, well they're all dead because it's history.
Because it's like history.
Can you bring Cleopatra back? I would love to sit down with Cleopatra.
I could totally try. It's gonna be hard to like connect.
Do
with
it
her.
Before like she like though.
I'll try to get in like her LinkedIn. You know.
what was LinkedIn for ancient Egypt? Like
they probably had
scrolls,
some like
scrolls down the Nile. Honestly,
yeah. They got
that
some stones.
Sense.
They just like etched in. And
how would the stones get in the Nile?
I don't make the rules. I didn't travel back yet. How would I know?
We'll figure it out and bring Cleopatra on the show. Honestly, she was probably such a legend.
She might have to talk through me. I'm gonna like already say that. She's probably gonna have to talk through me because she's gonna be so embarrassed.
Oh yeah, really?
She's gonna be like, I look too old and dead, so you're gonna have to like talk through me.
I can't.
Just a warning.
I can't. Speaking of
But she'll be
Cleopatra
Yeah.
and royals.
I'm scared of you. I like the way you just looked in my eyes at all. You like piqued my anxiety to a new level. I'm afraid.
Whenever we do the mystery files, me and Tiffany never know who's gonna like murder who.
Yeah.
You know,
And
we always sleep with one. We're like best friends, but we also sleep with one eye open. We're like,
make sure to lock
oh,
the door twice.
you're my favorite person.
I'm afraid.
It's like you go to bed at night, you make sure the door's locked, but you'll still sit and like watch a movie with me.
Yeah.
You know,
With a knife
I think
on my
that's
side,
beautiful.
You know?
Ah,
A little pair of scissors. You know, just waiting, just in case.
just in case. I mean, me too.
This is a scary time. Anyway, what were you saying before you literally gave
All
me
right.
a death glare? I thought I was gonna die from.
All right, we're gonna get into the royal interventions and how that helped with the case of the Beast of Gévaudan.
Intervention.
So the first captain, I'm really trying here.
You're doing great.
I tried to study most of these before the show started, but you know, sometimes it happens.
You said I don't know names.
I'm trying though.
You're doing great now.
First captain, de Hamel of the Clermont Prince Dragoons, and his troops were soon sent to Les Gévaudan. Although extremely zealous in his efforts, non-cooperation on the part of the local herders and farmers stalled his efforts. So on several occasions he almost shot the beast, but was hampered by the incompetence of his guards. And when the village of Les Mausolées was not present and ready as the beast crossed the river, the captain became frustrated.
Oh.
So there's been times when he would like try to like capture the wolf. Like there was like literally times where they proven that the wolf exists.
Yeah.
So like they were able to prove like, yes, he's here. And there was one time the captain got super close with his other dragoons to like shoot him. And like from what I saw, apparently, yeah, I was there. What I researched, one of his troops sneezed.
Stop
and
it
ran away.
That would be so
which
infuriating.
is so funny.
My gosh, he was so close. He would have been like a local like hero. He'd be like, I shot this beast down. It'd be like in Jaws when they got like the shark that they thought was like the killer.
It's like very Gaston and LeFou. Almost
Yes.
like he's about to like snatch up the beast.
He's like,
and
"You
LeFou do something,
idiot."
and he's like, "Oh my god!"
He said, I'm gonna kill you.
Honestly, I'd be frustrated too, just like
I'm
a
like,
little
you
bit.
dummy. It's literally just like if someone were to go hunting and like someone sneezes. Like, you dummy boy.
Yes.
But
So what happened next was that Louis XV agreed to send 2 professional wolf hunters,
okay.
Jean Charles Marc Antony, and
You say James Charles.
No, no. I did not say James Charles. I said Jean Charles.
Close
Jean Charles Marc Antony Valmarcelle Ed Enable. Is that close?
I just focused on Jean Charles.
And his son,
Oh.
Jean Francois.
Francois?
That's probably
Is it COIS?
Yeah.
It's Francois.
Francois. Wow.
Franco.
Franco.
What did you call him?
Well, that's
You're doing great. I said way worse, so I can't critique you. But it's just funny because you were making fun of me not knowing Spanish earlier, and you were like, well, when am I ever going to need French? Tonight. That's when you're going to need French, Logan. So, I can honestly laugh at you as much as I want to.
Honestly.
Because you were talking smack
This is
with
such
no
a read.
game.
I can't. Oh my gosh.
Francois.
Okay, so basically the captain was forced to stand down and return to his headquarters in Clermont, and was cooperating with the wolf hunters, but it's proven to be impossible as the two differ too much in their strategies. First, I just want to say how cool it is that there's like professional wolf hunters back in the day. What if that was a job still now?
That'd be iconic. It
Do you think it is still a job?
Like, I don't know. It seems like an older thing, but like I can imagine the types of people it would be. Like it almost reminds me of when we watched What We Do in the Shadows, and there was like the silly like
absolutely
vampire hunters. Like it's that energy of that type of person.
Yeah. So the captain organized wolf hunting parties, while the wolf hunter and his son believed the beast could only be shot using stealthy techniques. So one of them was like hard, like let's like bring like lots of people and like track down this beast. And the other one was like, no, we got to be stealthy because like it's gonna run away as soon as we see it. Which I think is actually pretty fair, pretty right. So the father and son arrived in Clermont on February 17, 1765, bringing with them 8 bloodhounds that had been trained in wolf hunting. Again, what? That is so cool.
Dog to do that. You go, okay, this is
Like,
what a wolf could be.
Why don't we train dogs to do that now? That's kind of iconic.
Go find a werewolf.
Go find a werewolf, boy.
You can do it. Go Scully. Scully against a werewolf.
Oh, your little dog.
Little dog.
Little doggy.
Little Maltese girl.
So over the next 4 months, the pair hunted for the wolves, believing that one or more of these animals was the beast. However, when the attacks continued, the wolf hunters were replaced in June 1765 by Francois Antony, sometimes wrongly identified as his son, but wasn't. It was the king's sole bearer and lieutenant of the hunt, who arrived on Les Mausolées on June 22nd. So yeah, so basically Francois Antony shared a name with the son of the wolf hunter, but he was replaced by said wolf hunter.
Oh my
but he's also like a bearer to the king and a lieutenant to him. It's Can you imagine getting replaced by someone like with almost your exact same name?
That's so disrespectful.
That's probably like sucked. Like he probably like went back to like his like little cottage and was so upset.
He's like,
for
wow,
like
who am I?
a week. Yeah.
What is my purpose?
He's like coming home. He's like, honey, I had a bad day at work. I got fired from my wolf hunting job.
And now they got 2.0 version of me.
They got a 2.0 version of me.
It's so disrespectful.
He literally looks like me. What if they were like exactly the same in every way?
He's just a little bit better.
There's like a slight difference. He has like a beauty mark on his cheek.
He's like, are you joking?
That's, oh
he
my
comes
God.
the next day and he puts a little beauty mark on his own face and then he kills the other guy and then he takes his place. He said, I am the wolf hunter.
Yes.
I am.
So, however, I guess replacing him was the smart decision to make because on September 20th, Antony killed a large gray wolf measuring 80 centimeters long and weighing 130 pounds.
Wow.
The wolf, which was named...
Wolfie? Please tell us Wolfie.
No, it's like some type of... It's a French thing. It's like Le Loup de Chavez.
Oh,
Le Loup de Chavez. Yeah, that
De
seems
Chevet?
right. De Chevet?
De Chevet?
Maybe.
Le
So it's Le Loup de Chevet. That's kind of a
Maybe.
pretty name.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it, so I have no idea. But sure.
Chazes.
I hardly understood. I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. Not gonna lie, I was still thinking. But
See?
sure.
This feels like a Sesame Street, like
C-H-A.
like a Sesame Street, like if they did like a French little moment. That's what this feels like.
De Chevet.
Oh my gosh.
Spell it with me.
S. No wait, not.
This would be Spanish. See, I don't even know Spanish. That'd be an S. C-H-A.
Chazes.
Z-E-S.
Yeah.
Shazay.
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 That's
It
weird.
wouldn't be Vay because it's a Z. Why would it be V?
So it's La Lupe
Shazay.
de...
Or, yeah, Shazay maybe.
Shazay.
I honestly don't know. I remember learning
Anyway.
Z's.
They killed him. They killed
Great.
La Lupe.
Great.
La Lupe. After the...
Lupin. Wait,
Lupin.
is that where he got his name? In Harry Potter? Lupin?
Maybe.
Cute.
It's possible. Oh.
What was that booming? Did you hear that?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's the werewolves.
LOL.
Yeah, so they caught him, and he said that the werewolf was quite large. Antony's official statement was, "We declare by the present report signed from our hand, we never saw a big wolf that could be compared to this one. Hence, we believe this could be the fearsome beast that caused so much damage."
Oh. Okay.
So he's basically saying, this is the biggest wolf we saw out of like all the different wolves people were saying. So this is your beast. You're welcome.
Be the big bad wolf.
Yes. Basically,
was
he was
it?
like, this is it. Well,
Here we go.
the animal was further identified as the culprit by attack survivors who recognized the scars on its body inflicted by the victims who were defending themselves, which is very fair evidence. The wolf was stuffed and then sent to Versailles, where Antony's son, sorry, I'm just looking here. where Antony's son, Antony de Bontenaire, was hailed a hero.
Oh.
Antony stayed in the woods to chase down the female partner of the beast and her 2 grown pups.
No.
And Antony succeeded in killing the female wolf and pup, which seemed already larger than its mother.
Oh.
At the examination of the pup, it appeared to have double the set of claws and a hereditary malformation found in the Bage Ruse or Bisserin dog breed.
Okay.
So the other pup was hit and was believed to have died while retreating between the rocks. Antony returned to Paris and received a large sum of money, over 9,000 gold coins, as well as fame, titles, and rewards.
Oh my god.
So basically, this guy kind of saw this as like one ticket to fame type of thing. Almost like he would be known as a hero forever if he claimed that this was the wolf that did this in the area.
But what if it wasn't and he just killed an entire wolf family and the baby pups? Well, grown pups, but
grown pups, yeah.
Puppy pups.
Exactly. So that was part of the case, and yeah, it was just very interesting, to say the least.
He got that fame. He already believed. He's like, I did get this bad boy.
Well, his fame wouldn't last long.
Oh no!
Because on December 2nd, 2 boys aged 6 and 12 were attacked, suggesting that the beast had still been alive.
Oh.
The beast tried to capture the youngest, but it was successfully fought off by the older boy. Soon after, successful attacks followed, and some of the shepherds witnessed that the beast showed no fear around the cattle at all.
Oh,
a dozen more deaths are reported to have followed attacks near St. Mary.
Stop. Wait, how old were the kids? You said 6 and 12?
6 and 12. This 12-year-old fought off a wolf.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of iconic.
Like, way to look out for your little brother, right?
He said, don't touch my brother, you wolf.
Yeah, like, that's just...
Wow.
That is just, like, the coolest kid.
Give that kid the money and, like,
give
everything.
that kid the heroic, like, award.
Medals, come on. He literally fought it.
Yeah, so basically, with this, like, being said, like, obviously we have the whole, like, hero complex being made with, like, Antony and stuff. But, apparently there were still, like, people who were like, oh, we still think something's, like, going on and stuff. And they basically were kind of like, not really. No, it can't be. Like, that's not possible. Almost like, basically this idea of, like, the poor were less. And now that the rich finally got their victory and their heroism, they weren't going to do anything more.
It's easier for them to just say, oh, we got it, it's done, we already paid someone. We don't want to give any more money. You foolish.
And what was weird is that, like, in the villages that this was happening in, it became, like, a normal thing. Like, they thought, like, there was preachers who thought this was, like, punishments from, like, God to them. Which is just, like, a wild case. Yeah, so they just, like, started giving up hope for a while.
Yeah.
So we get to the final attacks. So the killing, yes. So the killing of the creature that eventually marked the end of the attacks is credited to a local hunter named Jean Jastel, which I think it's so interesting. Half of these wolf hunters are all named like Jean.
It's a very popular name. Jean.
Yes. So who shot it at the slopes on a mountain called Mount Mouchet, now called the La Chaux des Vars. Des Vars?
I have no idea.
During a hunt organized by a local nobleman known as the Marquis on June 19th, 1767. What was I going to say? Oh, Abbe reprinted the sworn account which said that Chastel shot the creature with a large caliber bullet and buckshot combination, self-made with silver.
Oh.
The body was then brought to the castle of Marquis, where it was stuffed by Dr. Boulanger, a surgeon in the area. Dr. Boulanger's post-mortem report was transcribed by Notary Marin and is known as the Marine Report on the Beast. Upon being opened, the animal's stomach was shown to contain the remains of the last victim.
No.
Yeah.
Ew.
So there was multiple wolves, and basically this kind of idea is kind of leaning into the idea that the werewolf didn't die until he used a silver bullet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of really leaning into that like supernatural-esque thing that nothing could kill it until it was in its weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ew, I didn't even know that was where that came from, the silver bullet thing.
Yeah.
Ew.
Apparently so, which is just so like wild to
Oh,
me.
I hope it's supernatural. Like, it has to be supernatural because there's no way, like,
Yeah.
ew, ugh. It's so, like, visual to me. Like, I just imagine, like, it's being shot and then it, like, melts to the ground and then it, like, starts slowly rising back up and then it's like, I'm ready for part 2. Just ready to fight some people.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Exactly. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is theories of the beast.
Ooh, theory.
Yes.
Yeah.
So historians, scientists, and pseudoscientists and conspiracy theorists have all proposed theories about what the beast was. Among the suspects, a Eurasian wolf, an armored war dog, a striped hyena, a lion, and some kind of prehistoric predator, a werewolf, a dog wolf, a hybrid, and a human were all described as some of the many things this could have been.
And a human.
And a human. Just like they, like, almost like a predatorial, like I guess, like
Yeah.
cave-like human being.
Oh, it's like Alvin and the Chipmunks, the werewolf
Yes.
special.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
so cute.
Of the candidates that were picked, obviously the most people go for is the werewolf theory because
Yeah.
it is like they confirmed shooting like at least a group of like 6 wolves.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people do believe that it was a werewolf because Smith points out that Chastel purposely used a silver bullet to slay the wolf, thereby feeding into the werewolf mythology.
Mm.
Also unrealistic is that the beast was an extinct prehistoric predator, such as a bear dog or a dire wolf, which is also very interesting. Or these are just really cool.
Yeah.
They also believe that it was a hyena werewolf hybrid called a hynodon.
Ew. Oh, that's a cool name.
Right? Hynodon? That is so cool.
Ooh.
The idea that such a large animal would evade detection for thousands of million years is too implausible for most people to believe. Another theory or suggestion is that people believe that there could have also been a human serial killer that may have been responsible for the attacks, because I don't want to spoil this for another case if we ever want to do this, but there have been reports of werewolves in the past that ended up being serial killers in the 1700s. So this had like happened before. Like people would dress up like as like a wolf-like creature to like take on victims. Yeah.
Ew.
Right?
That's an intriguing.
It's just so interesting to me, like some of like the way like mythos kind of intuned itself in the 1700s, like into like actual true crime situations.
That's so interesting. Like I wonder if like if it was a serial killer, if they also had like some wolves they had like released to also like throw people off their track. Because if they found a human carcass or whatever inside the actual wolf, then like it probably did do something to someone. But it's like there still could have been a serial killer involved.
Yeah, well, exactly, because that's the thing. A lot like there is the reason I'm bringing up these beast theories too is while they did catch wolves, yes, and they did prove that one of them did eat one of the victims.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as I stated before, there was like multiple accounts of people dying in different areas at the same time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think like you can't attest this to just one animal. It had to have been multiple. And the thing is that the first guy who was like pronounced a French hero, they didn't like have like much proof other than like, oh, like, yeah, like I beat on like that werewolf right there whenever I was attacking it. So that was like the only true evidence he had, so that was good enough.
And it's like it could very easily also be a serial killer, just like having the wolves take its credit.
Yes. So a lot of people believe that like that could have been something that could have also carried out the crimes. Another theory is that it was actually a stripped hyena.
Oh.
So basically a furless hyena. So some depictions of the Beast of Gévaudan and the animal slain by Chastel suggest it resembled a stripped hyena. It is possible that a stripped hyena may have been in a person's private holding and then escaped.
Ew,
since
so
it was
creepy.
not native to France. It would have appeared unusual. However, striped hyenas are not known to attack humans, but people were describing it as a hyena as well.
But also, if it was starved enough, like, I'm sure it could attack humans.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Like,
can you imagine having a pet hyena and it ends up, like, causing ruckus all across the town, and you're just like, oh.
He got out again.
Yeah.
Stay in your cage, buddy.
And my favorite beast theory
Oh, no, I'm scared.
of the group
Mm-hmm.
is that some people believe that the beast was not a werewolf, but a lion.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
So,
kind of cute though. Lions are pretty cute, but isn't plausible?
Carl Hans, a biologist and author of The Gévaudan Tragedy, the disastrous campaign of deporting the beast, argues the beast may have been an immature male lion. Like the hyena, it is possible that a lion escaped from captivity. The beast reportedly was an ambush hunter that seized prey by the neck and could possibly decapitate a victim, which is what lions are capable of, and could exhibit the predatory behaviors and fear that people were having.
That can make sense. I believe that over a hyena, because lions are like very aggressive.
And also if it's like dark at night too. And I feel like they probably like, because also you have to think these are like village people in the 1700s. There's no internet. They know what they know. So unless they were going to like, I don't know, like some type of royal festivity or something where like they would bring like a lion, maybe. They wouldn't really know what a lion looks like.
And also it said like it was a, what did they call it? Some kind of lion?
A lot of people also described it as a wolf, but not a wolf, whenever they were attacked by it.
Okay, so it's an unknown furry creature.
Yes.
What did they describe the lion as? It was like not mature or something. When they described the lion. Immature lion.
An immature male lion.
So it might have looked a little different or something. I don't know.
It could have been skinnier too, because like obviously we know lions are like built. Like they're built.
They're thick.
But they believe like, you know, like if he was like a smaller lion, like he could resemble a wolf. So lions have been known to prey upon humans as food sources, such as certain famous cases that have happened in the past. Another supporting fact is that the territory of the beast, at roughly 56 by 50 miles, align with a lion's typical range of prey. So eyewitnesses in France at the time were likely not familiar with living lions, and what they did know about them came from very stylized imagery. A subadult male does not have a fully developed mane, as we stated, and sometimes has a mohawk type of stripe running down its back that would match the description of the beast by eyewitnesses. One hunter at the time, our guy Jean-Baptiste, wrote, "You will undoubtedly think like I do that this monster is a hybrid, and the father of which is a lion. What its mother was remains to be unknown." So the guy even said that he, like, one of the hunters thinks it was a lion, or partial to a lion.
Wow.
Right?
I can get behind that.
Yeah, isn't that just...
Oh, that's so fun.
Wild? Like, it's just so interesting.
Man, I'm trying to think of which one, like that one I definitely lean towards, so I'm trying to figure out what, like, second one that could be incorporated that makes sense.
Yes.
I don't know.
So for our last beast theory, or idea, of course, is they believe it was a wolf. They believe it was just a wolf. So
Boring.
among the theories considered most credible is that wolves perpetuated the attacks. Gévaudan had serious wolf infestations at the time, and they believed that large lone wolves were attacking individual communities across the region, or that it was a wolf pack. Smith asserts that many of the fantastical qualities attributed to the beast were induced by clergy who stirred up fear in the populace that God was punishing the French, which I previously mentioned, for its defeat in the 7 Years' War. For hunters, killing the beast was a way of reclaiming France's loss of honor. So in order to kill like wolves that were like infested in the area, it was more of like a symbol of a resurgence in the French community instead of like actually helping the people, which is a little, you know,
it's not as fun.
Yeah. Wolves are native to the region and had attacked many humans prior. Some statistics show that wolves attacked over 9,000 times in France between the 17th and 19th century. In most cases, these types of attacks were by rabid wolves. There are some potential flaws to the wolf theory, including the frequency of the beast's deadly attacks, suggesting it was not a single rabid wolf. Also, none of its victims seem to have contracted rabies, suggesting that their attacker also did not carry rabies.
Okay.
So they were thinking, like, if the humans are not catching rabies from these attacks, like, it's not rabid wolves that are doing it.
Yeah.
Although there are strong voices arguing these multiple theories, these are the kind of ideas that a lot of people were talking about.
Okay.
So yeah, that's basically the case of the Beast of Gévaudan.
Gévaudan. It's so hard to pick one. Because I definitely want to lean into, like, a more supernatural type thing. But, like, genuinely, like, what if it was just, like, a lion and, like, an actual wolf? Just, like, somehow...
Like, what if it was multiple different types of beast attacks at the same time, almost?
Or, like, if a lion and a wolf mated somehow. By, like, some strange,
I mean, it could be possible because, it's so weird because all the descriptions, no one says, oh, yeah, it was a wolf. They said it was a wolf, but not a wolf. But also they were saying it had, like, a thin mane. Like, it's just...
It'd just be interesting if it, like, incorporated more than one type of, like, beast. But also I do want to have some, like, supernatural element that, like, it can't die unless killed by this silver bullet.
Well, that's what I think is so fun about this case, because even when we, like, do the most realistic theory, which is the wolves, even then, they couldn't kill it until it was hit by a silver bullet.
Which doesn't make sense, because a normal wolf would, like, die.
Yeah.
Why it's gotta be some weird, special, scary one?
Exactly. It's just, like, so, like, wild to me how these two, like, stack up.
I just want supernatural.
Yeah.
I want to believe it's supernatural mixed with it, but...
You're leaning towards, like, the lion?
I'm leaning towards the lion mated with a, actual wolf. But there's still a supernatural element because, like...
It's like you're getting the best of both worlds with
yes, get the best of both.
I'd have to agree that it was either a lion. I think the lion one's really fun.
It's cute. Like, at first I was like, okay, a lion. It's like, I think it's fun. I like lions. They're scary, but I love them.
We go to the zoo, and you look at a lion, you're like, did you do this?
The thing is, I'm so tempted to, like, pet them, but I know I can't.
Yeah.
Because they're so cute.
There's some nice, you can domesticate some of them. I've seen it.
But somehow, that's how you end up on, like, Fatal Attractions.
That's how you end up on Tiger King.
Yes. But lions. Lion King.
Absolutely.
Lion King.
I think
that's so fun.
Most fun theory is the lion one. I
Mm-hmm.
think most realistic is the wolf one. I do believe that it could have been like the infestation ideas. However, I do think it is possible the wolves could have had hybrids or werewolves in there because, as stated before, the silver bullet is what killed them finally and stopped. Like, sorry, I'm getting so excited.
No.
Just the fact that the silver bullet, like after he shot him with the silver bullet and got him, that's when the attacks finally stopped.
Yeah, like a little weird. I don't know.
What's that about?
What's that about, little supernatural wolf thing?
What if it was one werewolf and it could like clone itself? Almost like aberrations of itself?
It like keeps appearing.
That'd be crazy.
It's immortal until.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I guess the Beast of Gévaudan will remain a mystery. Thank you guys so much for watching and tiptoeing through this case with us and my terrible French. Yes, but we will be back next week for another new case from Tiffany.
Another new mystery from me. Yay.
All right, guys, we'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye.